Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Myself Kuhu Sarkar, and in this video I'm going to talk about some important literary terms and their proponents. In my previous video I already discussed previous year questions, and in this video I'm only taking some important terms and their proponents. So I hope you will like this quick revision. Here I am only going to give you the term and their proponents. If you want me to discuss further, I will make some videos where I am going to talk about these important term and their important theories and their theory. So this is a quick revision. So here I am only going to give you the term and their proponents. So let's start with objective correlative. So you know this famous term was given by T.S. Eliot in Hamlet and his Problems. Objective correlative given by T.S. Eliot. Then next is dissociation of sensibility. This term was also given by T.S. Eliot when he talked about the metaphysical poets and their writing. He said that they have the dissociation of sensibility, right? So this term was also given by T.S. Eliot. Willing suspension of disbelief. So here S.T. Coleridge in his essay Biographia Literaria, when he talked about the fancy, primary imagination, secondary imagination, there he used the term willing suspension of disbelief. We human beings have the intention, we always try to willingly try to disbelieve things. Therefore we like the gothic stories, the horror stories, the fantasy, because we like to disbelieve. We have the willingness to suspension and disbelief. So here he used the term willing suspension of disbelief in Biographia Literaria. The next term is negative capability given by John Keats. So he said that the great writer have the capability to isolated himself from the feeling, from his own feeling. It is the negative capability. This term was given by John Keats. American Renaissance. This term was given by F.O. Matheson. Where I discussed the previous year question, there is the question that this term was given by whom. So this is the important term and the American Renaissance, and it was given by F.O. Matheson. Then Natya Sastra. So these Sanskrit terms nowadays is very famous, and they always ask. This time also they gave match the following. So maybe Natya Sastra was also there. So Natya Sastra by Bharata. Then Rasa concept was also by Bharata. Kabbha Prakasa. It was by Mamata. Kabbha Prakasa. Then Dhanna Loka or Suggestion. It was by Ananda Vardhana. Dhanna Loka by Ananda Vardhana. This term was given in match the following. Then Bhakrokti by Kuntaka. This term also given in this last exam. Bhakrokti by Kuntaka. Riti Guna Kabbhalankara by Bhaman. Riti Guna Kabbhalankara by Bhaman. Okay. Then positivism. This term was given by Auguste Comte. This term was given by Auguste Comte. Then romantic. This term was given by Friedrich Hegel. This term was given by Friedrich Hegel. Then metaphysical poets. This term was given by Dr. Johnson, where he talked about where he wrote the biography of 52 poets. He gave the term metaphysical poets to the poets like John Donne, Christopher Marlowe. These types of not Christopher Marvel, John Donne. So he gave the term metaphysical poets to them. Okay, Herbert and others writer, who are the metaphysical writer. and this time also the text publishing date was asked. Abstract pro. So abstract pro, this term was given by Robert Greene, and he criticized Shakespeare. He called Shakespeare abstract pro because Shakespeare took their context or story plot and make it new, make it in his own way. So he said that he don't have the original capability and don't have the talent, and he took our context, our plot, our story, and make it in his own way. He is not a peacock, he is an abstract crow. So he criticized Shakespeare by this term abstract crow. It was given by Robert Greene. Cultural materialism, this was given by Raymond Williams. This time also they asked about Raymond Williams. Some match the following questions were given. So cultural materialism, this term was coined by Raymond Williams. Imagism by T.E. Hume. This time they asked a chronological question. So imagism was asked, and this term was given by T.E. Hume. Imagined Communities by Benedict Anderson. Imagined Communities by Benedict Anderson. Horizon of Expectation. Horizon of Expectation. This term was given by H.R. Jowls. Then strategic essentialism. This was very much famous, and this was given by Gayatri Spivak. Strategic essentialism. Then utilitarianism, this was famous by J.S. Mill. Utilitarianism. Tension by Alan Tate. So this time they gave this question in option. They gave odd one out: tension, feeling, tone, and you have to choose the odd one. So tension, it was given by Alan Tate. There were two questions from Alan Tate. Strong line poetry by J.M. Hopkins. Strong line poetry by J.M. Hopkins. Dictum, Life Imitates Art by John Ruskin. Dictum, Life Imitates Art by John Ruskin. Theatre of Cruelty, this same question they asked in Match the Following. Theatre of Cruelty by Antonin Artaud. Epic Theatre by Bertolt Brecht. Epic Theatre by Bertolt Brecht. Theatre of Oppressed by Augusto Ball. Theatre of Oppressed by Augusto Ball. Then Expressionist Theatre by George Kaiser. Expressionist Theatre by George Kaiser. Then The Gilded Age by Mark Twain, and this time they asked the pseudonym of Mark Twain. So you have to comment it, the name of the pseudonym of Mark Twain. So he coined the term The Gilded Age. Ambiguity, this term was given by William Empson. Intertextuality, this term was given by Julia Kristeva. As you all know, intertextuality, when she said that we have we always intertextual, we always combine two texts. Every text has the combination of another text. The plot line is similar than to another text, so it is called intertextuality. Every text has the context, you can relate it to another text, and it is called intertextuality. Heteroglossia by Mikhail Bakhtin. Heteroglossia by Mikhail Bakhtin. Dialogic Imagination by Mikhail Bakhtin. Sublime, famously given by Longinus, right? Then Carnivalesque, also by Mikhail Bakhtin. Jacobean novel by Gary Kelly. Jacobean novel by Gary Kelly. Surrealism by Andre Breton. Surrealism by Andre Breton. Decorum by Horace. Decorum by Horace. The Wasp of Twickenham by Alexander Pope. The Wasp of Twickenham by Alexander Pope. Theory of Avant-Garde by Peter Berger. Theory of Avant-Garde by Peter Berger. Chaucer of Scotland. So William Dunbar is famously called as Chaucer of Scotland. He was an Scotland Chaucerian, right? Poetic justice. This famous term was given by Thomas Rhymer. Poetic justice by Thomas Rhymer. Touchstone method, you all know Touchstone method by Matthew Arnold. Pathetic fallacy. This same question was asked in this last UGC NET exam. Pathetic fallacy. This term was given by John Ruskin. Theory of population by Malthus. Theory of population by Malthus. Then provincializing Europe by Dipesh Chakraborty. Provincializing Europe by Dipesh Chakraborty. He is a subaltern theorist. Then egotistical sublime, it was famously given by William Wordsworth. All you know, egotistical sublime. Then young juvenile by Thomas Nash. Young juvenile by Thomas Nash. Macabre element by John Webster. Macabre element by John Webster. Then sprung rhythm, this term was asked in last exam. Sprung rhythm and cartel sonnet, it was also called cartel sonnet. Inscape, instress, all given by G.M. Hopkins. Sprung rhythm, cartel sonnet, inscape and instress by G.M. Hopkins. Life force, this was given by G.B. Shaw. Life force. Light of Asia is Edwin Arnold. Light of Asia. Light of Asia by Edwin Arnold. Then Only Connect by E.M. Foster. He gave it in famous poem 7 Aspects of Novel. So Only Connect by E.M. Foster. Sports of Time by William Wordsworth. It is not sports of time, it is spots of time. Maybe there is a typo. Okay, Orientalism by Edward Said. Orientalism. Omanism by Alice Walker. Omanism of Alice Walker. Third space by Homike Bhabha. Third space. This same question was asked in this time. Homike Bhabha. Hybridity also by Homike Bhabha. Reception Aesthetics by Wolfgang User. Reception Aesthetics by Wolfgang User. Langue and Parole, this was by Ferdinand de Saussure, and this time also they gave the question Langue and Parole. They always ask question from Langue and Parole. So this term was famously given by Ferdinand de Saussure. Then Interlanguage by M.A.K. Halliday. Interlanguage by M.A.K. Halliday. Difference and Deference by Derrida. So difference and deference, when the meaning is differ from its original meaning. The meaning of cat may be change its meaning in future. So every meaning of a word differ from its original source. So it is called difference. So this term was given by Derrida. Science by Saussure, all you know, Science by Saussure. Then Stock of Responses by I.A. Richards. Stock of Responses by I.A. Richards. Deep Structure by N. Chomsky. Deep Structure by N. Chomsky. Competence and Performance also by N. Chomsky. Competence and Performance. Readerly text and writerly text, famously given by Roland Barthes. Readerly text and writerly text. Ironic and indexical, it was famously given by C.S. Peirce. C.S. Peirce. Then Habitus by Pierre Bourdieu. Habitus by Pierre Bourdieu. Planier by Walter Benjamin. Planier by Walter Benjamin. Cora famously given by Julia Kristeva. Okay, Cora by Julia Kristeva. This time maybe they asked Cora. Simulacrum and Simulacra by Jean Baudrillard. Simulacrum and Simulacra by Jean Baudrillard. Then Subaltern by Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak. Subaltern studies. Deepesh Chakraborty was also involved in subaltern studies. Meta History by Hayden White. Polyphony by Mikhail Bakhtin. Cornevalescu, Polyphony, then Heteroglossia, all by Mikhail Bakhtin. Hegemony by Antonio Gramsci. Hegemony, all you know, by Antonio Gramsci. That we don't have any choice. Theoretician of Societability by Malcolm Bradbury. Theoretician of Societability is by Malcolm Bradbury. Then New Historicism by Greenblatt. Negative Capability, it's repeats. Gynocriticism by Ellen Showalter. Theatre of Absurd. This question asked in match the following. Martin Aisling. Theatre of Absurd, Martin Aisling. Then Movement. This was given by J.D. Scott. Movement, and it was given in 1954. Stream of Consciousness. This was famously given by William James. Stream of Consciousness famously given by William James. And 6 number question is Sonnet. Sonnet was given by Thomas Watt. Okay, Sonnet, you know that propagated by Thomas Watt. Thomas Watt famously took it. Pathetic Fallacy, again repeat, John Ruskin. Tarjaraima by Thomas Watt. Blank verse in English poetry by Sare in his translation of Aeneid. Blank verse in poetry by Sare. Then blank verse in English drama by Thomas Norton and Sackville. Took blank verse in English drama in their play Gorboduc, which was published in 1561. Then Rhyme Royal given by Geoffrey Chaucer. Then Temperance Noble given by Walt Whitman. So this time they asked a question from Walt Whitman, Captain O Captain. So Temperance Noble, and he gave it in Franklin Evans in The Only Novel. Franklin Evans, he gave the term Temperance Noble. Victorian Compromise, J.K. Chesterton. In my previous video I already talked about it because it was a previous year question. Victorian Compromise by J.K. Chesterton. So that's it. So thank you for giving your time. I hope you like this quick revision, and if you want it I will make some more 2 or 3 videos. Okay, so thank you once again.